Vibes in video games are definitely one of the best parts of gaming. It generates a different type of feeling, whether it's driving at night in GTA 5, when you're in the shop and enter the dungeon, or just roaming around in Persona 5 to some of these banging tunes. Or even one of my most favourite demos of all time, Valley Peaks, is just pure vibes. All this to say, vibey games can come in many ways, and I'm here to create one. Except, it's on Scratch. I would have maybe made this in Godot, but I'm still learning, and Scratch is basically my second home. So why not? Also, this video was kind of inspired by Goodgist, so go check out his video. For the idea of the game, I was really trying to think of a nice vibe and kind of thought when it was raining in Stardew Valley and you're just fishing, that would be a good vibe to start on. So that was the start of yet another fishing game in the sea of fishing games and mini games. To make a game, it's essential I get colors and sound corrects, as that's what's really needed for a vibe. And so, just to make sure I didn't mess up my colors, I made a color palette and just started the design part of the game. I came up with a background which didn't exactly fit the rhyming theme, but I thought it was good enough. Then my next step was to start creating a sea with the colors I had. I had originally thought of just copying the sea of another fishing game I made, but decided against that and to actually be original for a change. After some thought, I thought these zigzags would do, so I placed them on. Then I spent a lot of time polishing this sea, more than I wanted to admit. I saw this code to make it shake and then I used it on the waves and moved them. Then randomly spawned in, but I thought it was ugly, so I made a whole spawning system just for these damn waves. And look at all this code, I did not need all this. But we carry on. Then after that, it was fish designing time. I thought I was being big brain by just tracing over images of fish. But instead, I just got this stingray off a perk. So I decided to stick this really simple design in, then added a color variant to make it 2 to the total fish count. Then it was time to start coding the fish, which was done on some horrible techniques for doing the animation. I'm gonna skip the details, but I didn't even simulate the gravity, I just kind of made it animated and had an up phase and a down phase, just because for some reason Scratch didn't allow creating new variables and just setting them for like multiple clones. Unless of course I'm wrong, but that was not a possibility. So I just came up with some weird solution and made it so it randomly spawned in. Then I realized I needed some more fishes, so I came up with long fish. What the hell am I doing? Then, oh my god, long fish. Then I came up with long fish. Then added this cool rotating cursor. I can't exactly hide the mouse, but ignore that and it looks cool. Then I added a score animation to every time you hit a fish to add some juice and a score. I also made it so you only had 60 seconds to get a high score to make it more arcadey. Then I needed some music for vibes, so I got cooking and came up with undercooked pasta. I mean, it's edible, but it's not that great. That's how I describe these music tracks I produced for the game. But this part took very long, and the time I put into it was starting to catch up with the time I actually just put into the game. Then, after the music being added to the game, it was pretty much done. It was kind of underwhelming considering it's not really a vibe, but I will say it's nice to revisit Scratch and just drag some blocks instead of writing code. The art and music didn't really live up to the hype, and the score was actually broken. I got like 3000 if you want to try beat that. I named it Bluefish, in case you want to search for it. Still, the game is quite decent compared to other Scratch products I might have made, so I put some pride into that. Oh wait, I forgot about Finfish. Yeah, wait. Forget everything I said, this game is a masterpiece. 10 out of 10 says IBN is a complete vibe which sends you to Pluto and Mars and back to Earth. 100,000 views on the Scratch page. Man, this is too easy. I'm retiring.